Hi friends, today what I really want to talk about is should we teach English, the subject in English? Based on your comments for my previous videos, I can really tell that you hold different views on this. Some of you think, well, it's good for the teachers to speak English in the class so students can get more exposure. But others don't agree. They think if you are speaking English all the time, then students may have trouble in understanding you. Well, from my own perspective, I'm a strong believer in teaching the lesson in English because as an English teacher, our job is not only to teach students the vocabulary, the grammar, and all that stuff, but also to help students get better prepared for their future study and work. I mean, think about it. What's the hardest for Chinese English learners? We can actually do great on exams, but we struggle communicating abroad and giving presentations. So that's the sad truth for our generation. And do you want to see that our next generation to have the same experience as us? Well, I don't want to see that happen for my students. I want my students to be confident, to be brave, and to be happy about themselves. So as a teacher, I need to help them. And one way is to provide enough language input, and another one is to encourage them to speak. I know a lot of you are asking, how do I practice my spoken English? Well, the first thing is that I listen a lot. Like every day, I will make sure that I listen to authentic materials for about 2 hours. So the learning journey for students is like the same. They have to listen to the language first. I know some of you are worried that if you are speaking English in the class, then maybe students can't understand what you are saying, and then it will have a very negative influence on their final scores. Well, based on my own experience, those two things are not in conflict. I speak English all the time in class, but my classes are still the top classes in the whole school. I know some of you will say that maybe it's because you're teaching the best students in the school. Well, that's actually not true because I definitely had the experience of working with the very struggling learners as well. Of course, they had problems in understanding what I'm saying at first, but after 1 or 2 months, they were used to it and they felt very proud of themselves, which led to very good scores in the end. So if you're speaking English in the class and you can tell that right now your students are not following, then maybe you need to stop instead of moving on and try to use some of these simple words or even Chinese to explain a little bit to make sure everybody is on the same page. But to put it in a nutshell, I don't think teachers should deprive students of having a chance to have enough language input and also develop an awareness of the language itself.